Hey guys, welcome back to Enamor Movie Reviews, where we discuss movies. We are about to jump into the discussion of Retribution by Liam Neeson. Um, I think that this movie, like I said in the review, this movie started off extremely slow.
Yes, Lord.
It got very interesting in the body, and it ended horribly. And I mean, I think it's just my personal opinion. I think it ended horribly. Let's jump into the beginning. Um, as you all know, Liam Neeson is he's some kind of broker.
Mm-hmm.
He's some kind of broker, and he has two very unruly children. And I'm not going to say they're unruly. They're just kids, right?
Yeah. Typical teenagers.
Typical preteen, teenager, or kid, almost preteen, whatever.
Right.
I don't know how old the girl is, but
typical siblings too.
Typical siblings fighting, but they love each other for sure. So, and then there's the wife. Mm-hmm. The story really revolves around Liam Neeson, of course, but his two children. Mm-hmm. The wife is kind of like a side piece to this movie. She wasn't that strong. I don't know. I kind of didn't care for her anyway. She was trying to get a divorce without even letting the man know. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're gonna divorce, don't do that. Don't do that corny ass. Excuse me. I ain't want to cuss. If you're gonna divorce me, have balls enough to have a conversation and say, "Hey, I'm just not feeling this no more."
Right.
Don't just go run to the attorney.
To play devil's advocate real quick, it did seem as if she has tried to have conversations with him, because in the beginning, when they were getting up for the day, she was having a conversation with him, and he was engulfed in his phone. Do you recall? So it does seem as if
that's the face of moment of realization. Yes.
It does seem as if at some point, she has tried to have discussions with him. Mm-hmm. She may not, and more than likely, she hasn't been reaching him. So now we're at the point of, look, I just can't do this anymore. Right. I need you to take the kids to school.
That's very true. She could, that morning she could have been trying to talk to him. He was really engulfed, but I didn't see an effort where she was actually trying to have a conversation about anything outside of telling him what he needed to get done that day.
Right.
Because now that you reminded me, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think she was really trying to talk. But like you said, maybe like there's some backstory there where seems to be his normal his normal thing. Because even the guy who his boss, the one that did the whole thing, right? Even he
was like, oh, the one day you decide to be a father,
right.
And
I hope you guys resisted, because I definitely put spoiler on the thumbnail of these videos. So I hope you guys resisted watching this if you don't like spoilers, because that's the bomb right there in the first 2-3 minutes of this right here. That was the bomb.
Right.
It was the boss. Which caught me, but that was a shocker. Yes, that was a shocker.
It was a complete shocker, because we had thought that he had died. His car blew up and everything.
They full of crap. I know that man. I'm going to watch this movie again. I know daggone well that man was in that car when that thing blew up. They full of crap talking about that's the mystery of like magician. No, that was full of crap. That man was sitting in that car.
It did appear once that train went by, he was still in the car, and then all of a sudden the car blew up.
It blew up. Listen, but my memory serves me right. I seen him sitting in the car because they looked back over there.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe we're wrong. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to see.
Maybe that's one of those illusions. Like, you just knew he was going to be in the car because he was in the car.
He said that obviously.
So...
unless the man is magically gifted with flame retardant skin, he was not in the vehicle. They sold that one though. Because even when I saw him, when he revealed himself, took the mask off, I was sitting there like, who the hell is this?
Right.
Because my mind already erased old buddy.
Right.
Even though it was him, it looked just like him, but my mind was still like, who the hell is this? Like,
who is that?
I was just like, wow. Yeah. But
I definitely feel like the title of this movie
should
not have been the title of this movie.
I mean, what is the definition of retribution?
You want Webster's or mine?
Both. What's yours? We gonna see what yours is, and then we gonna look up.
My definition of retribution is basically, in a sense, a vengeance on the wrongdoing, and I guess in a sense, but it seemed as if that this movie the focal point shouldn't have been what led up to the ending. The ending all of that should have, the whole movie, that should have been done all within 30 minutes. Then the ending of the movie, there should have been more to it.
I got something to say.
No. I got to give you this definition real quick. Go ahead.
No, don't even worry about it. I throw it up on the screen. Because I'm with you. Because I feel like retribution got to be something of that to that magnitude, right?
Right.
But I don't know the exact wording. That's why. Because it did not feel like it should have been titled retribution.
Right, not at all. Because
I feel it's retribution. I'm getting you back for doing something. Right. He did nothing. The people that the guy killed, they did nothing to deserve dying. Nobody deserved that. The cop that died didn't deserve. So I don't know what you're talking about retribution, unless it was alluding to him taking into when he left that police scene and got him and said, "I'm going to handle it myself," and killed the guy. Did kill him. That could be the term of retribution. But why, like you said, you gonna wait till the last 15 minutes of the movie and title the movie off of that?
Right.
It's just kind of weird, but it's not a big deal. But it was kind of weird.
But it wasn't even that much action that took place. It was he hopped in the car. You know, he drove to the parade, whatever they protest, whatever they had going on.
Right.
He hops in the car. They drive off and they're having this discussion, and then
I thought it was about to be some fighting.
Right.
I thought when he drove away in that car, I thought that he was going to find a way to get out of the seat and beat the living heck out of that man. That's what I thought was going to happen. He driving.
Right.
Like this is speed.
And
like come on, man.
And it wasn't anything incredible as far as the driving.
Yeah,
you just decide to flip the car on its side and hope that it just makes it to the edge of the bridge.
The movie was good though. Let me say that. The movie was fun. Good. The movie was fun. I'm giving it 60-70%. I'm saying I say go to the movies to see it. I think you'll have a fun time. I think you won't be mad that you went to the movies to go see it.
Right.
But is it the best? No, not at all. Nowhere near.
I think that was a waste of Liam. Like, he's had far better.
But Liam getting old as heck.
I get it.
You see how he moving?
I get it. But if this is how he's gonna move in the movies, he might as well retire. And this is
he need to quit taking these Liam Neeson roles. Liam Neeson needs to quit taking these Liam Neeson roles and start taking what's my Robert Duvall roles. He need to lean into that.
No.
Yes, he does. He need to lean into some more Robert Duvall roles. What's my other man? What's the other old guy that be doing those movies? Oh, he plays the older roles now. He used to do some action.
I don't know.
Oh man, Robert De Niro as well. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh Lord.
You need to lean into some Robert De Niro roles. You need to get on your agent and get them to find you some good scripts, because doing these taking roles and stuff, it's not it for you anymore, bro.
I think that it is. However, I don't think that this was the movie for him. I think had the script been better, yeah, this would have been great. But the script didn't make. What made the movie was the suspense. It wasn't the action that we're used to.
I'm mixed. I am really mixed, because I think in my review I told people I really like this movie, and I did really like it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying for the roles that we're used to him playing, this was not it.
I guess, man. But you know something that back to the title, and I'll come back to that. Back to the title. When they say retribution, and we were talking about right at the end, I was thinking the same thing when we were watching They Clone Tyrone. I was like, what Negro in this movie is named Tyrone? Even though it was him, but
yeah,
it was a version of him at the very end of the movie.
Right.
So that was another movie that you used to, got it from the very end. So if y'all know, matter of fact, if y'all know, I'm sorry, I know you got a thought. If y'all know any other films like that derive the title from something that just at the tail end of the movie, I'm curious. Just let me know in the comments.
Definitely, because we probably will agree on it. Like, that didn't do it. But like I said, I like the movie. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that the title fit the film.
Right. I
don't think that Liam should have taken this role. He could have gave it to somebody else because he did well in the movie. However, it didn't what am I trying to say? It didn't
show off his style,
right, or his skills. Yeah.
Now wait a minute though. What skill set we talking about? I mean,
what we are known for Liam to do.
Liam Neeson is very Liam Neeson, but
right,
listen. Liam Neeson ain't one to go out there winning no Oscar no time soon. He may have an Oscar, but I'm just saying I don't see how he got it.
What I'm saying is as far as more so the action. There should have been more action. Like I said, this was filled with more suspense than the action part of it, and so it should have been. Wait a minute,
but that's what I'm saying. I think you kind of mistaken.
No,
Liam Neeson isn't out here beating people up and.
Yes, he does. He does it so smoothly you don't even.
Yeah, but it ain't. It's not like. Okay, I get what you're saying. He beating people up as kind of like how Equalizer 3 about to come out, where he beating people. It's not super.
Right.
It's smooth. He beating them up, but it's just not like.
Right.
It's not,
and this didn't showcase any of that. So the officer started out talking to him on the
sergeant,
phone.
Whatever
Police sergeant, detective, whatever. Anyway, she starts off talking to him on the phone, and it's just like this nonchalant, like, because of course he's trying to tell them he didn't do it. He's not doing this. They're like, well, everybody else you work with is dead. What are you talking about? Sure.
And what was said? Yes, sure.
Right, sure.
Anyway, what is it that you want? What do you want us to do? But you know what? Now that I think about it, the other Liam Neeson movie that we watched.
What was that?
You remember the other Liam Neeson movie that we watched on the airplane called Flight or something like that. And his boss on there was acting the same exact way this chick was.
Right.
And in general, that's just cops anyway. And I know y'all gonna say, well, cops have to go for what only thing they know. No, they don't. They can use freaking common sense.
Right. Make it make sense.
If nothing makes sense, then why you want to believe it? It's just stupid. Like, even kids telling you, no, it doesn't make sense. Why does he always have to take it upon himself to prove that he's innocent? That's so crazy. Y'all need to have that man back. You gave him a badge. You gave him, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Flight right now. Mm-hmm. You can have his back. Y'all so quick to turn your back on him because society or the world thinks this.
Right.
No.
But this is
people get set up all the time.
Back to this movie. What I didn't understand. So, at the end, he drives off to go, find the guy and whatever. Mm-hmm. How is it at the point where they have crashed, the car blows up, he's in the water, he's getting out the water, he makes eye contact with this detective, and now all is right. She's like, yeah. Well, how do you know? How do you know this, ma'am? Because he couldn't call the police, so there was no conversation given.
Let me explain to y'all what happened, man. That's just simply called bad writing. What happens is your budget starts to run out, And you at the end of this film, and you like, we have got to finish it. So them I know we had another 20 minutes worth of film set to produce, but we can't afford it anymore. So we have to cut all of that. So we just gonna nod instead of them confirming that there was a body, instead of some dental work being done that this guy was supposedly already dead. Right. So how is he here? Instead of all of that, we're just gonna do a nod that says everything is okay.
Right.
So you mean to tell me all these people, by you nodding, and I don't mean to take over here, but by you nodding, giving him a nod, all these people, all these other cops that were shooting at him just a second ago are like, oh, everything is okay.
Right.
Because she nodded.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. Horrible writing. It ended horribly, and that's what I meant.
How did you now all of a sudden think that it was no longer him? Just because a car blew up? Y'all didn't he didn't have y'all on speakerphone for y'all to hear the conversation that was going on. He still got the money in his bank account in his name technically.
Yep.
So this is just how it's going to end.
200 something $1 million.
Right.
$208 million is just sitting in that man's account, but all is well. All is well. It's just poor writing, man.
Right.
I think what was going on was the writers were saying we were about to strike, and that's when it started on Retribution. They were like, again, hey, we about to be done with it.
They shouldn't have made the beginning of this movie so long and focused so much on that. It should have been more so about what we are considering the ending of the movie.
A movie like this did not need all of that backstory at the beginning. No. It didn't need all of the especially to end it the way that you did.
Right.
I'm pretty. Don't y'all supposed to have storyboards and you know what I'm saying? Like all of this should have been thought out. The ending of this movie, the beginning of this movie did not justify the ending. And the end. That's what I said. The middle. That's why I'm telling you guys to go see it, because the middle was good to me. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed myself. The beginning and the end were like, what? WTF? I'm not going to curse. WTF?
Right.
Like what? It was such a waste, man. Yeah, it was such a waste.
Did you get a divorce? Is your wife now changed her mind all of a sudden?
Because
of this one thing is all right with the world.
Yeah, because this is so traumatic. Because it seemed, and the wife, that lady to me was not a great actress. That's just to me, or maybe they didn't give her a lot to work with.
Well, her role was limited, and that may have been
but she didn't even sell that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She didn't even sell me on that. I didn't care for her character at all. She like talking about just hand it to the whatchamacallit. And then when the cops came, she's not acting surprised. The guy's the one that called the cops, so she should have been shocked at cops running at her. She wasn't even shocked.
Right.
She was like, she knew. That's why I was thrown, because I was like, damn, she called the cops after they told her that he was going to kill the kids. Mm-hmm. You still called the police?
Right.
But it wasn't her. It was him. It was the bad guy, whatever, the boss man. Mm-hmm. He called the cops. So, but I'm like, what the heck? Then we didn't get an explanation. What happened to that damn money? Because, that was legit his money.
Right.
Even though she didn't know nothing about it, but it was legit.
It was transferred into his account. Yep.
No. That's the money that was in the safe deposit box. That was his money.
Yeah.
That was literally his money. Nobody knew about that money. I don't think it was like millions. I think it was like hundreds, $1,000s or something. But still, that was his money. So what happened?
Yeah, there was so much left undone in this film.
I was highly disappointed. I was highly disappointed, man. It's hard to say, because I don't want you guys listening to this and thinking that I'm saying that I didn't enjoy the movie at all. I said it a few times, but I'm gonna say it again for the sake of iteration. I'm gonna close. I think that this movie was actually fun. I think that it was different, so to speak. We haven't seen it in a while, at least, because it puts me in the mind of Speed 2, 3. It kind of puts me in the mind of those films. A little bit of Taken thrown in, a little bit of
phone booth.
A little bit of phone booth. That single,
out, how was he watching him and all of that? Yeah.
So I mean, it was a fun movie. Definitely I think it's worth watching. Yeah. Just it had its flaws, and the flaws being the beginning and definitely the end. Mm-hmm. But Tell me what you all thought. Did you enjoy this discussion, man? Hit those comments. You can hear this discussion on wherever you listen to podcasts, and on YouTube, of course. That's the go getter right there is YouTube. You can also hear our regular podcast at Enamored Podcast, and just join the community, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody. We literally thank every single last one of you.
Thank you.